Hi, everybody. A little bit after 9 o'clock on this Tuesday, busy weather day. Sitting here in the KGW weather office and looking at the radar, and a couple of things that are interesting. You know, as a forecaster, you always want to follow along and see, hey, is the actual event being tracked well by the computer modeling? Of course, here at KGW, we use Futurecast. So here's what I'm noticing. See how it's dry right now? If you notice my cursor down in Newport. So the Futurecast modeling shows that we're going to start getting into a bit of a lull in activity, not meaning it's going to be dry, but there will start being as many breaks in the rain as it is wet between now and about noon. And then after that, we'll start to get back into more numerous pockets of rain, heavy at times moving through. Well, so far imagery, if you look on the left part of the screen, is kind of backing that up. So that's kind of interesting to see. Here is, let me just take you through a couple of the imagery maps. You can see a front that's offshore here. This will be coming inland this afternoon. So that's the reason why once we get into the afternoon, we'll start to see another wave of rain pick up with some heavier rain pockets. We had a pretty good shot of rain that was widespread this morning. What happens this afternoon is probably going to have more heavy rain embedded in it than what we've already seen today. And then up in here, we see the curl. That's the upper level low. Well, that doesn't start coming in until we get into tomorrow, into Wednesday. Here it is. Let me show you the lightning detection right now. Interesting, the low that I just pointed out, not having any lightning detected out over the Pacific right now, but as this gets closer to inland areas, later today, the instability numbers will lower and will at least be in the category of potential thunder and lightning with hail. So something else that we're watching. This Nick system out here, by the way, is going to hold off a little bit. So I still think once we get into Wednesday afternoon, we'll start to see things taper off. We'll be dry Wednesday night. We'll be dry Thursday. Just some of the rain modeling right there showing the rain that's coming through the area. Couple other things. Well, I may come back to that, but let me go ahead and jump to what's going here. And let me take you through these presentations. So here's the radar. I grabbed this a little bit earlier today. And if I just move my face around, heavy rain, thunderstorms, hail, gusty south winds, all in the forecast between now and then starting to ease and back off Wednesday afternoon. By south winds, potentially gusting to 45 miles per hour along the coast, along the beaches, potentially winds gusting to 30 or greater here in the valley. Could be a spot where somebody picks up a 40-mile-per-hour wind gust. Most of us are probably going to be, most of the time, more like south winds picking up and bouncing to 20, 25 miles per hour. So, but it's going to be noticeably breezy with maybe some windy moments between now and noon Wednesday. Again, after that, we'll start to pull things off. This is a reminder, when you look at the radar, see the yellow areas. This is an old image from earlier this morning, but you see those heavier rain pockets in yellow and orange. And certainly we're going to be getting into more and more of these active heavy downpours once we get into the afternoon hours. So what this map shows you is rain potential between now and Wednesday afternoon. Now notice 0.9100, so that's just under an inch in Astoria, 84/107 inch when you get down around Newport. There's a 95/107 inch in the mid to South Willamette Valley. There's a 1.70 inches of total rain between today and tomorrow once you get out into the mountains of the gorge. So if you look at the legend down below, where you see these red colors, notice they're mostly in the mountains, the Coast Range and the Cascades. You're looking at 2, maybe even 3-inch plus rain amounts. In the valley, you can see there's a little bit of a lull where you see the blue shading, and there's some pockets that may not get an inch of rain. I really feel like it's a good bet that more than not, from Longview, Kelso, all the way down to Albany, we're going to see areas pick up a good inch of rain, and potentially some spots that get hammered with multiple downpours later today, tonight, and tomorrow morning could pick up 2 inches. So for the coast and the valley, I think it's a good bet to expect an inch of rain. Some of us will get quite a bit more. A few may not get that much. And for the mountains, we'll go 2 to 3.5 inches. I don't see much rain difference in terms of amounts from the beach itself and the valley. And then notice with me, everything shaded in green is measurable rainfall all the way out through eastern Oregon, eastern Washington. So this is an event where almost all areas are expected to get some measurable precipitation. Here is the KGW Futurecast map that I showed you earlier. We'll be showing this a lot on TV today. 5 o'clock this afternoon. Look at the heavy rain colors in yellow, orange, and red. Again, those are embedded heavy downpours. Overall, we're not expecting today, tonight, and tomorrow's weather to produce any watches or warnings. I think we'll be below those thresholds, but it's certainly possible we could get some localized pockets that just get hammered with heavy rain. Can't tell you when or where, but it's a possibility that maybe we would have some localized flooding areas with just torrential rain rates that come down really quick, and we get some street flooding, and then we have some flash flood watches or advisories posted because of that. Especially if you're going to be out driving overnight tonight, use caution, because again, it's very difficult to see high water spots, and it's easy to get caught off guard, obviously. So that's what we're looking at. What else have I got? We talked about this yesterday, the October outlook. The climate average for PDX is 3.42 inches of total rainfall for the entire 31-day period. So if you are projecting above normal, the shaded green areas here, that's above normal projections, would put us somewhere with 3.5 and maybe 4.25 inches of rain. Now, to get 4 inches of rain this month, we'll certainly need to get well over an inch of rain total between today and tomorrow to kind of get kick-started and get going. So we'll see how we end up with that. All right, talked about this yesterday too, and there's just a slight update. So this heavy rain at times pattern starts to wind down tomorrow afternoon. We go dry Wednesday night. Thursday's the one completely dry day this week. If we get sun, we'll warm up into the 70s. And then starting from left to right, we go Friday afternoon. There's a system that comes in Friday night that's still on track. So it looks like a dry Friday morning. I don't have a good feeling for whether or not we're going to see rain developing Friday afternoon or whether rain hold off until the evening into the overnight. That could go either way. Some of the modeling suggests it's dry until sunset. Other modeling says that could be raining or 2 or 3 o'clock Friday afternoon. This is bad news. I'm going to talk about the eclipse in a moment. But this next graphic, it's looking increasingly likely that Saturday is going to be overcast, and there will be likely showers to the tune of maybe 1/4 inch of rain or at least 0.2 of an inch of rain in the Portland, Salem, Vancouver areas. Much of the modeling suggests we have a solid overcast up and down Western Oregon and much of Western Washington Saturday morning when that annular eclipse is supposed to take place. Oh, not supposed to, will take place. But if it's overcast, of course, we won't get to see it. So that viewing is not looking good right now. Now, this is a bit of a change. Sunday, just notice with me how the coloring blue of the trough stays offshore a little bit. We're still in the south weather flow. There's still the potential for showers on Sunday. But right now, it looks like Saturday definitely sees showery activity, kind of a wet day overall. And Sunday, though, could go fairly dry with just a shower here and there and give you a chance to maybe get outdoors and enjoy with potentially some sun breaks. So right now, Sunday, the drier of the 2 weekend days. All right, National Weather Service put this out, and certainly with the look, what they're doing here is tracking the best viewing of Saturday morning's solar eclipse. Basically, the moon. So if this is the sun, the moon is going to move in and cover not all of the sun, but a good chunk of it. So you see that kind of fiery outer periphery of red and orange colors around the sun with the moon blocking it out in the middle. So that's what we're looking at this time, with the viewing tract being in the central and southern portion of our state. And the Weather Service has tracked that from the coast all the way down to southeastern Oregon. This is the morning of October 14th, this coming Saturday. However, look at the Weather Service's forecast. And for the most part, this is what the modeling is showing. I would agree with it. 90% cloud cover at the coast, 85% cloud cover, not only in the Central and South Valley where the viewing of the eclipse will be at its best, but cloudy all the way up into Portland and Kelso and Longview, where we also will get a view of a more partial eclipse. But if it's cloudy, we won't see anything. And notice how the cloud cover could be 70% all the way down in the southern and central portions of Oregon, and even 60% in the southeastern Oregon. So again, that's not a very promising looking forecast for now. And with that said, here is my 7-day update. Basically, heavy rain pockets at times today, tonight, through early afternoon Wednesday, and then starting to pull out of this with the gusty wind threats diminishing and the rain breaking up into diminishing showers. Dry Wednesday overnight, dry Thursday. Thursday, fog to sun, 73. A dry Friday morning, increasing chances of rain Friday afternoon. We're not sure exactly the timing of that into the evening. Likely showers Saturday, could be a couple tenths of an inch of rain. Sunday, probably a few showers around, but right now showing potential for partly sunny skies mixed in and not a bad day overall. And then Monday, Tuesday, there's some question as well as is Monday going to be rainier than Tuesday or vice versa? Are they both going to be the same? That's been kind of that's shifting around on the weather models. I will tell you there are early signs that Wednesday of next week we get back into a dry pressure ridge, and that would give us at least a couple of days, maybe 2 or 3 of pretty nice weather with temperatures warming up with some sunshine. So again, use caution out there. Certainly listen for rumbles of thunder, potential hail, gusty south winds. The seas, one thing I didn't mention, the marine forecast calling for 18 feet combined seas overnight tonight into early Wednesday mornings. That's pretty good storm watching, okay? And then we'll see everything start to calm, period, Wednesday afternoon, slowly into Wednesday night. I'm Rod Hill. Thanks for watching this, and I'll talk to you soon.